Last night, Lord gave me an amazing idea, amazing blessing for our gunmetal Nova 17 technology. So we're going to be, anytime we do a paint on demonstration on any kind of product, it must be done live. Then after that, I have a few pre-recorded to do and one over on Facebook. All right, so kind of curious. Usually all night I was kind of thinking about this. I wanted to paint this up, but like I said, being early in the morning, actually late at night, really didn't feel like dragging the screen all the way up from the basement and painting it in. So decided to wait till the next day. I'm in no rush anyway. All right, so first thing you have to do with this stuff, this new formula, is you have to stir it up. Stir it and shake it. So I'm going to paint some of this live on Facebook and some of this live on YouTube, which I'm doing right now. This is for documenting the technology and showing how it reacts. You come in and watch, it's up to you, but this is just to document the technology. All right, so let me first things first, get me a stand. Matter of fact, I should have brought something. Am I dripping? No, I'm dripping at the bottom. Okay, cool. All right, get my stand here. That's great. So let's see how it's going to react. We have a projector set up over there. ViewSonic 747. That's the 4K. ViewSonic 1080p projector, 1920 by 1200, 800 by 600 SVGA. Let's think about 1920 by 1200. All right. Set my stand up here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get the stand set correctly, so I got a better view. And pull the tape down so it doesn't move anywhere. Get myself a suitable shirt for this demonstration. All right, so let me begin. This is a test screen. We don't have to tape up the corners or the velvet. Doesn't make a difference. It's a test surface. It's just basically for testing new screen paints on. So that's the gunmetal right there. Give you a look at it up close. Back on the stand. And let me get myself a roller. Try one over here. Now when you're rolling this, you want to use an everyday nap roller. 9-inch nap roller is all you're going to need. Judging by the cover, this is not going to need much. pour down and see how much it would take to cover. Man, this stuff's smooth. It's very smooth. Goes on extremely smooth. Very well. I like it. Okay. All right. So documenting the progress of the gunmetal. For records. Show how it rolls out nice and smooth. Works well with the gnat roller, which is good. I have a lot of customers, not a lot of customers, but there are some customers that don't really like to use a paint roller. Sorry, not paint roller, paint sprayer. I don't like to use a paint sprayer. It's really important that we get an application that can work well with a roller. Something they can roll on and be done with it. So as I said before last night, the Lord gave me a new way of designing our products. Well, the 17s, the Novas, have a new product design or structured design. And I like this right here, structured design. This is the first one with it. It has it, the structured design. Man, it's really nice. I like it. Goes on nice, smooth. All right, that's perfect. Man, what can I bet? More than enough left over if I want to do. Well, I got to do a live demonstration on Facebook pretty soon, so I'm going to get that done too today. All right, so that's done. Just got to locate my top. I think the top is in the kitchen. Oh, so as usual, we're going to move this down. All right, let's bring this in. We got to dry this out. Wow, comes off the floor even better. Man, it's much better design. I like it. Much better design. All right, we're going to test this on the ViewSonic 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. See what results we get out of here. So we're going to have to re-engineer the Novas because that new design is much easier. Much easier to make. One, much easier to paint, and it saves a lot of paint. A lot. I didn't have to use that much to cover the screen. Forget how heavy these things are. It's going to be really interesting when I go to do my other screen today. My material today comes with 150 inch. Comes today, so whew, that's good. Screen's going to be so much lighter. Well, actually, once I get that thing down, I'm not taking it anywhere. It's going to stay up on my wall. Come on. It's pretty nice. Let's go in. Ooh, that's a pretty heavy screen. That's a 92 inch. That's a heavy screen. And it's supposed to be aluminum. That's not aluminum. Oh, man. All right, where's my fan at? No way in the world that's aluminum screen. Heavy aluminum. All right, so we get a chance to see, well, let me come here first. We get a chance to see how the product looks. how the application is going to take to the surface, drying time, which is very important. Okay. Here. Let's go to fight with outlets. All right, leave the popcorn bucket that dries. Tucks behind the fan just nicely. That's the popcorn right here. That's the popcorn right today. Let me find it. Get the lights on. Beautiful gunmetal. Make sure I got everything, which I'm pretty sure I hit everything with that roller. Yeah. Save everything with the roller, no problem. And drying time looks really good. So right now I'm firing up the projector. See how it's going to react to the projector. Drying time is going extremely well. Alright, let me find the remote control. Hopefully we got the right one. You can grab the wrong one. Okay. Here. And as always, God always blesses us with amazing technology. And this screen's going to come out to be a winner. I can tell by looking at it already. Already from the door. I can tell it's going to be a winner. Lines, everything is easily. My marks here where I painted here, coming right out with no problem. I love it. So good thing about it, like I said, the formula can be used with a paint sprayer and it can be used with a roller. It's up to you on how you want to apply it. Showing outstanding results. Almost dry. We're dry on this side. We're not dry on this side yet. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, which one do we want to do? Drawing butterflies. And we definitely have to do a pre-recording. .4K demonstrations. Let's do bright levels first. I'm gonna bring my fan out a little farther over. Now, the best thing about the gunmetal screens, the gunmetal technology, is the fact that it can produce white levels. Let me make sure these are not drips. Alright, that's where I rolled into the screen. Alright, perfect. But, hold on a minute. Make sure that I didn't put any drip marks into the screen. I did a better job than that when I painted it. There we go. Make sure. Now usually, like I said, the technology we develop, that when the surface is wet, it's always going to be darker. As it starts to dry, it's going to get lighter. White levels are good. I'm going to see a little bit more. That's that. Alright, good thing I already got enough gunmetal screens in my kitchen drawer to start testing on this. Alright. And that's the difference between the white wall and the new technology. We're going to let it dry on its own for the rest. I'm going to get myself a switch box for my fans. Fans to the switch box. Okay, let me see. Downward, please, okay. White levels, skin levels are good, white levels are good, color's good. The contrast is definitely going to be good, since the screen being that gunmetal. Yeah, that's going to come out real nice, okay. Application went on perfectly. Was able to use the roller with no problem. Drying time was extremely fast. It's going to pass every test with no problem, so that's going to be easy. And you get to test it against other gunmetal screens. That is going to be the fun part. There's plenty of those around. It's going to be hard to find a gunmetal screen. There's tons of them. I got a bunch of the gunmetals. Flat. Skin levels are good. Okay, that's good. This one, that's down. Let's go move on. We gotta get the screen to fully dry. I gotta do a test on the gunmetal, on another gunmetal screen to see how it reacts to color. Have to do one. We have to do that. Has to be done. I'm curious. Versus another gunmetal screen. Down. That's gunmetal. Get the screen to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm coming to hit it again with the fan, get the screen to dry, and we're going to put it against gunmetal versus gunmetal. These are gunmetal screens. That's our technology. These are gunmetal. See which ones pull better color. So out of the best, the gunmetal screens, I said, are the most expensive screens. Oh, I wish I could get my hands on a freaking black diamond, but I can't. We have the Darkstar 9. And I'll butcher this one, yes I always do, the Parallax right there. These are gunmetals. These are screens that will cost you $4,000 or $5,000. Took us less than half a quart to paint this screen, literally. So that's good. That means the coverage is extremely good. Let's see if the screen is still a little wet, maybe a little damp. A little damp. Let me see. Need some heavy sticking for that. Okay, to have on record, gunmetal was designed due to the fact that we needed a screen that can produce both white levels and contrast at the same time. It's a middle field for the Black Nova. Some people want the darker levels in the Black Nova, heavy contrast. Black levels can produce, Novas can produce white levels even next to black vinyl surfaces and other black surfaces. They can produce a higher white level. Gunmetals produce higher white levels than the Black Nova. Black Novas produce higher contrast. Okay. I don't think we have anything in that house. I'll have to search my pile. I'm pretty sure I got some other gunmetal screens upstairs. Matinee Black. That's a gunmetal screen. I got one of those upstairs. By Seymour AV. This is a Matinee Black by Seymour AV. That's what they stand for. So let me just need to begin with the first test of the product. It has to be a full color. White screen. So let's go in first, before we hit the white screen, then we'll go from there. We'll take the Parallex's first test, gunmetal, there. We'll up in front of our screen to show that it is a gunmetal screen. The test that we have to do. Every time we bring out a new technology, we have to do these tests every single time. Always has to be done in a fully lit environment, because if we do this in the dark, we don't know how the screen's going to react with the lights on. So it has to be done in a fully lit environment. All tests should be done in fully lit environments. If I do the screen in the dark, I don't know exactly how it's going to react if a customer has it in a fully lit environment. So do demonstrations in the dark. What happens is, if somebody does happen to take it in a low lit environment, you run the risk of your screen not doing too well. So this is why we do all demonstrations with the lights on. We do them, we don't start off using high powered projectors. We're using a ViewSonic projector that is lowest in res, 800 by 600, 720p, SVGA. We can get it to run on this projector. We can get it to run on any projector. All right. So we're going to go with the Matinee. This is the Matinee Black by Seymour AV. That one right here. One thing we want to look for is screen producing too high of a white level. Another screen that are used for gunmetals, or is the Dark Star 9. See, we keep doing these. One thing, and I'm explaining, we do these demonstrations. If you're not watching people do the same demonstrations, then you don't know what you're getting. You don't know exactly what you're getting. All right, white levels first. She brings out the highest white level, which is not a good sign. Now, none of these screens I can use with ultra short throw. None of them, because they have a reflective surface. They don't do well with ultra short throw projectors. They must be used with long throws anyway. Our screen can be used with an ultra short throw. I already know that from the door. All right. Color blue.
Getting that from you too.
And there we go. Already from the door. So you have, I'll say that, I don't know how much the Seymour may be. It could be in the price range of maybe, I don't know, about $1,400. This screens are very reasonable. You have the Daylight's new screen that came out. I know that's $5,000 for a 100-inch. I know the Dark Star 9 is about $3,000 for a 100-inch. I know a Dark Star 9 and the Daylight's new screen can't be used with ultra short throw projectors because they go black, because they use a reflective surface and it causes the screen to go dark. So they're not ultra short throw compatible. A lot of money for a screen that you can't use an ultra short throw on, but it's true.
At Discover, we match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your
Unfortunately, we have to go through ads, but
fall into your lap.
that's the way it goes.
Cashback matched. Discover something brighter.
Here we go. Can't see color. It baffles me. I don't understand how. They're gunmetal. See, the problem is when I pull the sample sheet up, you see it's dark. The minute I put over to against the screen and the light hits it, it looks like it's silver. That's the reflective surface. They do it that way because it thinks it makes the screen brighter, pulls in more light, which it does. But the problem is it actually washes out their contrast at the same time. That's the flaw. I don't even know why they use that surface. It's not a really good surface to use, to tell you the truth. But they feel it works. And I'm telling them it doesn't work. I'm not seeing color too well on that one over here. And that's not going too well. Let's go over to the star field. And there you go. But then again, they don't have color coding technology. We have that technology. That allows us to be able to take screens that are different colors and allow them to read black and green and blue and all that other cool stuff. We can do the same thing with contrast. So you're looking at technology here. And mind you, all our screens have to go through the same testing. You watch me do it over and over again live. This is all I do. I come on here, do the same thing. We always show those white levels first. Now what happens if I put a screen against it that's actually lighter than gunmetal? How would it react? It's going to produce a higher white level. No, we're not going to do his products. I'm doing certified screens only. That's not certified. We're going to, and someone might say, but your product's not certified either. No, but it's beating these screens with no problem. On a 600 by 800 res projector that I paid $150 for. All right, so darker screens you would think would produce, well, I would think they would have been able to produce a much darker level, better contrast level, which would actually produce better color, but that's not so. And this is a problem when you actually do a lot of demonstrations with high-end projectors. Big companies are always using these high-end expensive projectors. You really can't see what your technology can do. You're only seeing what the projector can do. That's not your screen being displayed, that's the projector being displayed. If that was the case, no, you know what? That's going to move on from here. That is a shame. going to take two high-grade screens. We have a Matinee Silver by Seymour AV. They're going to be far lighter than my screen. And we have a Seymour AV 1.3, which I have a better sheet than this. I just have to figure out where it's at. Let's just clean this one down. We'll be putting those up in a few minutes. Let's come out of here. And let's go over, so we know it's not going to pull those colors. Let's do some white levels next to it.
Cinnamon harvest biscuits. Crispy, tasty, organic fiber.
Discover and compare the smartest credit cards, mortgage lenders, and more, so you can make your money goals happen.
So you have to have a subtle tone of a white level. Can't be too high, and it can't be too low. If it's too high, you destroy the detail in the image. If it's too low, it's too dark and you can't see the detail. This is the reason why I always observe the white levels first. All right, let's just put in, let me see, 4K demonstrations. Put on a random. So now keep in mind, as I'm putting it out here, to have it on record. We have the technology, well, all our technology basically have to go through certified screens. Right now, this technology by itself is doing 3 certified screens. Actually, it's going to do 5. Right from the door, it's designed yesterday. It's being tested today. First test. Roll-on application, dry in time, coverage, geometry coverage, and basically how it reacts to a low-grade projector. Also, too, against certified projection screens. So now we have a product here that pretty much will probably go for $177 a quart. That actually beat a $5,000 projection screen. So there you go. And this is from the beginning. We haven't even done all the tests yet. We still have distance tests to do. We got to board the 1,000 projector. Now that's going to be done today because I have customers to take care of. We have an outside demonstration. We have to take them outside. We have to fire it up. So it's a lot more tests that have to go. And we have to run it through ultra short though, which is going to be interesting because gunmetal screens usually have problems on ultra short throws because they have a reflective surface and you're talking about a more darker screen. And these are the expensive screens. Screen innovation screens are gunmetal. They're the more expensive screens. Usually these screens have to have a special screen design for ultra short throw. Now, the gunmetals, the darker screens are having a problem with picking up a contrast level. When the screens, the bright silver screens hit the screen, it's going to actually fade even faster because there's no form of contrast in those screens. Told you, it's a lot of testing. I tell people from the door, right when you paint a screen, it's a lot of testing. Got to do more than just roll the screen on. It has to be tested. So I have to see how this screen is going to measure up against a $5,000 projection screen, how it's going to react. How it's going to react against screens that are going to be lighter in it. And I got to use the most lowest caliper projector I have, which is the 600 by 800 res projector, an SVGA. It had to be done in fully lit environments. And to show you where my projector stands, This is how far back my projector sits back from the screen. A lot of people don't understand. My projector sits back 15 to 16 feet from a screen. And it has to pull that image in a fully lit environment. So even our tests, right from the door, the screen being made, are brutal. Average screens don't go through this. It hasn't even started its testing yet. Let me go back on that one just a bit. Told you, God is going to bless him with a gunmetal screen. Sure enough, last night he did. He blessed him with a gunmetal technology. And I said it was going to be able to compete easily with these very expensive gunmetal screens they have on the market. And you can just roll this right on with a 9-inch nut roller or spray it on. It's up to you however you want to apply it. It's up to you. You don't have to have an expensive projector. That's the whole purpose. I don't want my customers to feel that they have to have a very expensive projector to do it. I can't wait to do the ultra short throw, but I got to find something in the house. I think we got a gunmetal ultra short throw. Oh, we do. Vivistorm. I forgot we got their sample sheets here. They have an ultra short throw gunmetal screen. Good, good, good. Perfect. Perfect. That is perfect.
I wasn't born in the spotlight. No. Had to grind to shine, like a star on a hot night.
Hey guys, your brother's on TV. I think I'm going to probably today, because this is my curiosity, which I have to know. I am going to fire up under 1,000 lumens. We're going to do 1,000 lumen fire up. We do the distance through the day. I'm curious because I want to see it myself. Shame we can't take any of these outside because, as I said before, these screens aren't designed for outside use. They're designed for inside only. So, me trying to find a gunmetal screen for outside use, not going to happen. They only have white screens and they have silver screens outside. That's it. And for the red levels didn't come up. contrast stuff that's not coming up on, or the reds. White levels are really good, but the white levels are too high. I can't pick up brown. That's not going to come up. Let's try some contrast demonstrations here. LG beta fish demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I like that demonstration because it's just all black in the back. Yeah, if you're not picking up, you're not picking up on this demonstration because the background is solid black. Now, question, when will the gunmetal technology be available? As soon as it passes all its tests. You know how it goes. Has to pass every single test. One of the tests it has to pass to get that label, it's got to pass that 13 feet back on 1,000 lumens. That's how they all have to pass. If it doesn't pass, it doesn't exist. It's not picking up the contrast all that well, or the red levels. Okay. Let's try New York City nighttime screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I think it's playing in the background. Oh.
Starting to make you twitch. Good thing this coffee is always smooth and rich. The best part of waking up.
.4K fireworks display.
Getting that from YouTube.
So we're just going after all contrast demonstrations right now. See if the screen can pick up, the other screens can pick up contrast next to the gunmetal. And as you can see, they can't pick up contrast. Oh, I forgot to add, the projector behind me has a 22,000 to 1 contrast. Just so you know. Really doesn't make a difference. As I said before, at the end of the day, if your projector has 22,000 or 50,000 to 1 contrast, if your screen can't see it, your projector can't pick it up, and therefore you can't see it. Doesn't make a difference. Okay, let's put the lighter screens on. White screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're going to stick up on the screen Seymour EV 1.3 high silver screen, as you can see. Seymour EV 1.3. And we're going to put up here a matinee silver. These are screens that are far lighter. They're silver screens. And I can automatically tell you from the reaction, it's going to pull up a much brighter screen because the screens are brighter. They're designed to pick up a higher white level. But the problem they're going to have is they're going to fade even faster than the darker gunmetal screens. This is the reason why the gunmetal screens cost more. It's a darker screen. Color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
And there you go. I'm going to have to stick that one down a little bit better. So now with this new formula base that we have, it's a very interesting formula base that Lord showed me a different way on how to design a screen. This gives us the ability to be able to not only mimic technology, but to advance over it. I flatten this one a little better right there. That's what I'm going to do. So, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's move on. So this allows you to see exactly what your projector actually sees. Your projector is shooting out violet or purple or blue or green or red. And if you're watching a movie and it involves those colors, what are you actually really seeing from your projector? Are you really actually getting that color, or is your color washed out and not there? This is why, again, you're told to calibrate. If I had any one of these screens up here and I'm using this projector of 150 bucks, I'm either going to tell to upgrade my projector to a more expensive one, or use it in a darker environment, which is ambient light controlled, or bottom line is upgrade to a much darker screen, which we do have a darker screen. We have light screens here and dark screens. See how the white levels are so high that you can't even see the individual branches or detail in the trees. You have to have contrast and everything. Now see how the screens, the darker screens picked up the green better, but the lighter screens didn't even pick it up. Now, some people may find this boring. This is something that has to be done. I enjoy this. This is exciting for me. I love this. But some people may consider this, doing this over and over again. Imagine I've got somewhere between over 15 screen paints on my website. Every last one of them had to go through one of these tests. I've done this multiple times. Some of those products have 4 or 5 different colors in one package. So when I say you have to test your stuff, you have to test it. That's why yesterday, when I was told to turn my screen over and display the black part of the vinyl, I did it with no problem. I have to do tests like that all the time, especially if I'm dealing with a company and the company's going to come in and buy 80, 90 gallons of me to paint this huge display. They're going to think in the back of their head, hey, look, I can just get the back side of a projection screen and do the same thing. We have to do those demonstrations and show them that those screens can't produce white light. That's why we're showing the snow demonstrations. Any black surface can pull a contrast level. The problem is you have to be able to pull white light. But because I put myself through so much testing, I've already done that already. It's like if someone comes in right now and says, oh, let me see your screen against a dark star and so and so and so. Well, what video you want? This is what we do. Let's go yellow. Ooh, if you have any kind of seizure problems, I do apologize for that one. I should have looked at that flashing. A little better than that one. Let's see if we can get the color gray.
Getting that from YouTube.
light gray. Dark gray. Isn't it interesting? The light gray and dark gray kind of looks the same on the other screens. Now you go switch over to dark gray. They can't pick it up because they can't pick contrast. They're reflecting too much white light. Brown screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's go with brown. No pickup. All right, next one. No pickup. Next one. No pickup. Dark brown. No pickup. What brown is this? This is a brown piece. I don't know what this is, but we need it anyway. Lighter brown. Pickup. No pickup. Neon pink.
Getting that from YouTube.
I can go through this all day. After color after color. The screens are going to have a really hard time picking up color. I'll let that run. So let's say the gunmetal technology which we developed, actually God developed yesterday, applied today, was able to easily take on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 certified screens. 2 screens that are lighter than it, and 2 screens that are supposed to be our gunmetal screens. Sony 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Not bad for the first day of test. Not bad at all. That contrast is supposed to be black. I'm gonna let that run. Yeah, we did it in a fully lit environment with plenty of light. And we did it with a projector sitting back around 14 to 15 feet back. No 4K, no 1080p, basic 720p, 800 by 600 SVGA projector. Price tag for me, 150 bucks. Price tag for my customers, anywhere from $250 to $300. That's it. So you can see what this looks like up close next to our new gunmetal technology, going against screens that are somewhere between anywhere from $1,300 to $5,000. And it took, I say, about that much to be able to paint that screen right there, which means the coverage is extremely good. That's good. To one coat to apply the application. That's it. It was all done with a 9-inch net roller. Application can be sprayed or can be rolled. It's up to you. We're going to have to document our coverage. So we just painted that screen. Let me come in here and get me an empty container. Let's see how much we got left. After painting that screen. You know, when you're using this, keep in mind what you want to do is stir it up. Stir it and shake it. Get it nice and stirred up. Put your lid on top of it. Give it a little shake. It's only instructions we ask you. Instructions will come with it. we ask you to do. So the screen behind me is 98 inches. 92? I think it's 92 inches. 92 inches is the screen behind me. That's all it took to paint that screen. That's it. Which means you can get another, sorry about that, you can get another, because I put my fingers out, sometimes I put this finger first, but no disrespect. When you put this, when you paint another screen, you literally can actually paint this screen twice. Like I said, you could do 200 and, oh man, we have to figure out how to add this up and how much paint we can give out now. Because the coverage is that good, we're really going to have to break it down and figure out what is what. Usually I have to paint a screen to figure out exactly how many quarts it takes. I have to paint them quart by quart by quart. That's how we know how many quarts it takes to paint a screen. Because you have to do them quart by quart. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if I can get a 135-inch screen out of 1 quart. That's going to change some stuff right there. We may have to basically market that one a little different because we're giving out too much paint. You have too much paint. I've actually had customers complain because they've had too much paint. Some people are happy with it because if you got enough paint, heck, you go out back and just paint another screen in your backyard. But I actually had customers actually complain they had too much paint. I'm like, well, paint a screen in the backyard. No, we'll keep it at a quart. We'll keep it at a quart, whatever price it is. If you got enough left over, which you should have, just go paint another screen. So get 2 screens out of 1. That's how much coverage we got. We only needed like half a quart to paint the screen. Excuse me about that. Now, if you are going to decide to paint the screen, I would suggest the Wagner 250. That's what I like. That's what I like to use. It's a cheap sprayer. It's a Wagner. It's a good one, too. I got one downstairs in the basement. Never had a problem with it. Paid about $59 for it. That's it. If you decide you want to spray the screen. But it's still all in all going to be a 1-coat application. Keep in mind, you're going to use more paint when you spray than you are when you roll. All right, well, that's basically about it for now. I will be back on probably later on this evening. We'll do a lights out demonstration. People always ask me to do those. We'll do one of the lights out demonstrations. And we'll do, we have to do that distance throw on 1,000 lumens. It has to be done. So knock that and get that out of the way. All goes well, we'll pretty much probably have this done on Sunday. Stay this time. Usually they fall off over and over and over again and again. Fall off. I was going to make the gunmetal for the 21s, but the price would have been too high. And so I decided to make it for the 17. Because then we can keep the price a little reasonable for the customers at the 17 price. The 17's coming at So that's what we did with that right there to make it reasonable for everybody. But as you can see, nice, beautiful screen, went on quite well. Okay, well, that being said, once I got a few more customers I have to take care of, at orders I'm taking care of for today. We're shipping out on Friday and Saturday. I have the 150-inch surface coming in today, so I'll get a chance to show that off on camera and inspect it so you can see it. I already did my map out on how big a screen I could get. It wasn't exactly 150 inches. I actually dropped off at 143, but not bad. And good thing about it, I didn't have to pay money for another projector. That is the projector that was over there. And I figured how to get that projector to fit in there perfectly without having to bring it down with the pole. I told you that pole positioning what I have in there. This projector has pole positioning, so I just swapped out the projectors. I didn't have to pay any money. I just took that one and put it there and that one there, and that's it. Now I gotta wait now for my lumber to get here, and I can start building my 100. I guess I'll make it 145. I'll just make it 150 inch. I'll make it 150 inch. Who knows? I might just get I might stumble upon an ultra short though. At least I got a 150-inch screen to play around with. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.